floors had been remodelled since the university took over, up here had been Erasmus Pentecost's own library, and the fixtures and fittings had been left largely untouched. It still had the heavy old bookshelves, carved with all manner of weird creatures. More faces watching you. Tyler straightened his shoulders and pushed through the doors. The place was shadowy. The sun, just going down outside, provided the only illumination, except for a small golden glow visible between the stacks, the light over Mumbling's carol. "Professor Mumford!" Tyler raised his voice, summoning the correct note of respect. "Time to leave, sir." Yeah, well, actually, that was about an hour ago. "The books will still be here in the morning," he suggested jovially, expecting Mumford's face to appear over the wooden walls of the carrel, blinking like an owl behind the heavy frames of his glasses. No reaction. Sighing again, Tyler padded forward, knowing what he would find, and yes, there was the old boy, face down in his research. "Asleep again," he muttered, as if he hasn't got a home to go to. It would take much longer to wake him and get him on his feet and out of the building than if he was simply engrossed in his work. And if Tyler wasn't back in time, all the chocolate biscuits would be snaffled. "Come on, sir, rise and shine." He put a careful hand on the tweed-clad shoulder that was nearest to him and gave it a gentle shake. Really, the position Mumford was in, with his face all mashed up against the books, it couldn't be comfortable. Tyler sniffed suspiciously. No smell of booze, although there was a trace of something that might have been cigarette smoke, or maybe a vape. But it was a hanging offence to smoke in here with all the paper. Even the students respected that. Tyler shook a little harder, gripping and pulling on the old man's shoulder to lift him up and away from the desk. The old boy really is dead to the world. "Sir!" "Ah!" Letting go, Tyler jumped back with a sharp and embarrassing squeal. Professor Mumford, instead of sitting up to stare blearily at him, toppled backwards. The old man's legs slid under the desk, and his head and torso flopped against the leather chair. Now Tyler could see his face. Smothering a gasp, he reached blindly for the radio on his belt, thumbing the button. Jeff in the control room squawked an answer. "Yeah, I'm still in the library. Mumford is here. He must have been taken ill." The radio squawked again. Tyler swallowed hard. "Yeah, you better call an ambulance just in case. But I'm pretty sure he's dead." On the Devon coast, amongst the palms and ferns in the murky depths of a dark and silent Victorian conservatory, a mobile phone rang. It was swiftly answered. "You're late." The voice was brittle, laced with tension and impatience. The caller simply laughed, but worth waiting for. "We can cross Professor Mumford off the guest list." "We can?" Now there was doubt mixed with the annoyance. "We can. He's dead." The grip on the mobile phone tightened. "How do you know? Are you sure?" "I'm sure." There was a long, heavy pause before the muffled response. "Oh." Another pause. "The university will still send someone, though." "Undoubtedly. But it will be a much bigger and better fish than Mumford." "Bigger than Mumford? Who?" "Elliott Elwood." "Elwood? That's... Are you sure?" The caller made a tsking noise. "You really must get over this unflattering tendency to doubt me. But really, who else is there?" "You?" "I don't think so." Dr. Elliott Elwood will be joined.